court just issued the final ruling on Megan Thee Stallion's request for a permanent injunction against Milagro Gramz. Even though a jury already awarded Megan thousands in damages, the judge ruled that a 5-year gag order and a stay-away mandate were legally a step too far. Megan's legal team wanted the court to force Milagro to stay 500 feet away from Megan in her home, stay 1,000 feet away from any of her musical performances, ban any mention of Megan's trial testimony, mental state, or alcohol use, and remove every single post addressing the jury's verdict. When Megan testified about being afraid because Milagro had aerial screenshots of her home, she asked why she had them and what she planned to do with them, fearful and crying on the stand. But the order only points out Milagro gaining access to her address, which the judge stated was from public voter records for a legal venue challenge. Since there was no evidence Milagro threatened to disclose it or use it for contact, the judge ruled that the distance restrictions simply weren't supported by the record. Now this is where it gets tricky. To win a cyberstalking injunction in Florida, you have to prove the defendant acted willfully and maliciously. But look at the jury verdict. It found Milagro acted intentionally or recklessly. The judge ruled that because reckless isn't the same as malicious, and it says intentional or reckless, the verdict alone doesn't prove the specific elements needed for a stalking injunction. So it came down to semantics and conjunctions that denote a higher standard to qualify. The court also had to address the controversial journalist designation. If you saw my previous video, you know the judge originally denied Milagro's media status because, well, she did. Milagro said she wasn't a journalist in this viral live stream rant that the judge originally used against her. Well, to prove cyberstalking, the law requires you to show the speech serves no legitimate purpose. But once the jury officially labeled Milagro's commentary as reporting on a matter of public concern, that media label essentially became the legal shield that helped protect her from the cyberstalking charge. Also, the judge made the point in her ruling that Megan already won her defamation case, as if to say what happened there doesn't apply here. The jury factored the deepfake and the harassment into the damages award. The court ruled that using the same conduct to get an injunction would be double recovery for the same injury. And what about Milagro's post-trial comments about how she was going to bully Megan in a mixtape? Megan's team saw it as a threat, but the judge saw it as evidence of deterrence. She said it showed Milagro was aware of her legal limits and was choosing artistic expression instead of repeating her past conduct. The order ends on a heavy First Amendment note. The judge cited Florida law, explaining that while attention-seeking bloggers might post things that are offensive, vulgar, and insulting, they are still protected from prior restraint, the act of silencing speech before it happens. So, the verdict stands, the money stands, but the gag order is gone. Megan won the trial, but Milagro won the right to keep talking about her. I'll keep tracking the filings and any mixtapes or diss tracks that come out of this legally, so stay tuned. This is RealQuickMedia. I'm Dr. Q. Please be sure to like, comment, share, and subscribe so you don't miss the gems I drop in the next video. Thanks for watching.